Hi, and welcome to Data 602 Advanced Programming Techniques. My name is Professor Jamil Sheikh, and I'm super excited to be your professor this semester. In this video, we'll be covering two things. The first is what you can expect to get out of this course and what this course entails, and two, what will be expected of you, such as assignments and readings. I will be covering this material fairly quickly, but since you have control over the pause and play button, you can always repeat any section of this video. Remember to ask any questions you may have on Blackboard or our Slack channel. So with that, let's get started. Let's look at this course from a bird's eye view. We'll be covering several important areas for you to dig your teeth into. We'll start off with learning the basics of Python. Now, if you are already familiar with Python, this may be redundant, but you may wish to use this opportunity to strengthen your core understanding of the language. If you are not familiar with Python or have just heard of it, then these first few weeks are going to be absolutely crucial. Python is a very easy language to learn, so I don't expect you to have too much trouble learning this. But since everything else in this course builds on understanding Python, you want to make sure you allocate the right amount of time building this foundation. We'll then transition into studying Python data structures. Now, Python has data structures that are native to it, like lists and dictionaries, and has third-party libraries that have become the de facto libraries to use in the world of data science. In this course, we'll study two of these libraries, namely NumPy and Pandas, which use advanced data structures and techniques. It's a lot of fun. We'll even be covering Python classes and objects. We will also be looking at blockchain and cryptocurrencies as a potential source for data analytics and doing some readings there. After that, we'll look at some ways to present or visualize our data analytics. Data analysis is useless if there is no way to present the results in a manner or format that is easily consumable or understandable by a user. So in this section, we'll look at Python libraries like matplotlib that help us do just that. We'll then jump into machine learning and algorithms that can be used on data sets to help us produce insights, predictions, and/or recommendations. In this portion of the course, we'll be using scikit-learn and a DataCamp video series. Now let's break down the main set of work for this course. In terms of deliverables, this course will have a bunch of videos that you will be watching and 8 required coding assignments that you will be submitting to me. In addition, there are 3 books that we will be reading from. Don't worry, we won't be reading all 3 books cover to cover, but only select chapters from each book. All the books are available for free, and I've placed them in a Dropbox folder for you to get access to right away. The link to the Dropbox folder is in the syllabus. In addition, there will be some required readings on special topics like blockchain and cryptocurrencies being one example. In regards to the videos, we'll be using 3 DataCamp video series for this course. These are some fantastic, high-quality videos that I feel will significantly improve your understanding of Python. The 3 videos are 1. Introduction to Python for Data Science, 2. Introduction to Data Visualization, and 3. Supervised Learning with scikit-learn. In addition, there is a collection of YouTube videos that you will be watching. The links to all of the videos are in the syllabus. Now, if you're fired up and are ready to get going, then I've put together a convenient list of things you can start on right now that will give you a jump start on the course. The absolute first thing you should do is read the syllabus thoroughly. You'll find the syllabus in Blackboard. The next thing you should do, and this is required of every student, is to complete the pre-course assessment and the syllabus quiz. The assessment gives me an idea of your experience level, and the syllabus quiz assures me that you understand the syllabus and don't have any questions regarding it. The link to these are listed in the syllabus on Blackboard. The purpose of the assessment is to give me an indication of the competency and comfort level the class as a whole has with the different technologies we are using. That will allow me to calibrate how I conduct the class and provide the appropriate level of support where you need it most. Then install Slack on your desktop and/or mobile phone. Slack is a free real-time chat and collaboration tool, and I especially love it and will rely on it for the class. On the screen here, you'll see the URL for the Slack group you will join. When you do sign up, please try to use your name as your Slack ID so that it's easy for me to track who's who instead of an alias like DataGuy123. Next, make sure you download the books mentioned in the syllabus. These books are free, at least for now, so please make sure you grab a copy as soon as you can. Grading for this course is broken down into 6 components. The most important component is the 8 coding assignments that you will be submitting roughly every 2 weeks. The coding assignments will prove to me that you've studied the material in the course and have a solid degree of competency with Python and its data science tools. 25% of your final grade is allocated to class participation. Class participation should be meaningful and impactful. What I want to see is students helping other students solve problems, which can include issues with installation or understanding how, for example, broadcasting in NumPy works. Blackboard and Slack are both great places to make your contribution. 10% of your grade is allocated to simply completing the pre-course and post-course assessment, which are just a few questions that help me determine how to drive this course in a manner that serves you best. And 5% of the final grade is a syllabus quiz that you need to complete at the beginning of the course. The links to these are in Blackboard. Finally, 10% of your grade is attributable to the completion of DataCamp videos, which I'm able to track by student. Roughly every 2 weeks a coding assignment will be due. There will be in total 8 assignments for this course. All of the assignments involve coding in Python with a template of code that I provide. I'll show you on the next screen what an example of that looks like. Assignments are due on specific weeks by midnight Friday Eastern Time. Late submissions are docked, and the policy around how points are docked is described in the syllabus. Here's an example of what an assignment will look like. You'll have access to a template Python file that has some code written already. Instructions on what to do with the file will be up on top. In this example, you see that there are placeholders where you'll be entering code. The earlier assignments will have coupled with them test harnesses that you can use to provide some minimal assurance that the code you're writing is potentially correct. When you run the test harness, you'll be able to see what test cases passed and which ones failed. You'll then be able to fix your code before you finally submit it to me. The test harness does not guarantee the code you've written is correct, nor is it an indicator of your grade for the assignment. Remember to document your code with your own comments to illustrate your understanding of what you're doing. All of your assignment submissions will be stored in your own private GitHub repository. When you submit your assignment in Blackboard, you will submit a GitHub link to the assignment in your repository. GitHub tracks the last time a file was updated in the repository, and that timestamp will be used to determine the time you submitted your work and whether or not it is late. With a student GitHub repository, you should be able to make your GitHub repository private for free. Office hours will be held approximately every other week on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, so long as there is an interest to hold it. We will be using the Blackboard Collaborate tool to conduct office hours, so please make sure your computer is capable of running the tool. All sessions will be recorded and made available to those unable to attend. Finally, a little bit about me. I run a company called Chainhouse, which focuses on blockchain, AI, and data science. I also run one of the largest blockchain meetup groups called Blockchain NYC and teach graduate level courses at other universities including CUNY and NYU. Here's my contact information. With that, I look forward to seeing you this semester and making sure you have an incredible experience.